Today I'm going to share 4 mindset shifts for wellness. Hi everybody, I'm Emily Camback. Thank you for checking out my channel today. This is where I share meal prep tips, habits, healthy routines, all to support you in your busy lifestyle to get healthy. So your mindset is super important when you're on your health journey, because I know that we can get caught up in thinking it's just the actions that we do, but your actions are driven by your thoughts and your mindset. So we want to make sure that we're checking those out or really taking an inventory of what you're thinking to support you in your wellness journey. The first mindset shift I'm going to share today is to stop focusing on weight loss and to start putting your primary focus on overall health. So I used to be somebody that solely relied on the scale. I would have a goal weight in mind and I would work really hard towards that. So here's what happens when you have that type of mindset. You can start doing things that are just not necessarily healthy, all to just get the scale to go down. So for me, that looked like having a mocha and a scone in the morning on the way to work and starving myself basically until as long as possible, like dinner usually. And I was also running 10 miles away and 10 miles a day. And so I would just be completely, absolutely exhausted. I was in no way the picture of health. This is not healthy. This is just getting to a goal that you have in mind, but it's not actually supporting you in your health. So this manifested in low energy, brain fog, depression. This weight-focused approach can also lead for you to try quick fixes like 3-day juice fasts or diet pills or lotions or potions, things that don't last, right? Because like as soon as you're off your 3-day juice fast, you often gain the weight right back. And so I've learned over the years that putting the primary focus on health and looking at factors such as energy levels, mood, skin, pain in my body, like if I have achy joints or a stiff neck, it's much more sustainable and long-lasting approach. And if you feel good, you're much more likely to stick with it. And I want to end this mindset shift by saying that it doesn't mean that you should never weigh yourself. Like, I'm not telling you to throw your scale away. I just think that putting your focus on health is where it should go. I think that weight can be a good measure, and often weight loss is a byproduct of taking care of yourself and focusing on your health, but it shouldn't be the only measure that we focus on. So overall health and factors that contribute to quality of your life, that should be number one. Second mindset shift is to change the thought, this is taking too long, to I don't need to be in a hurry. This is probably one of my number one things that I hear from clients. I had a client years ago that told me, I am working so hard, the hardest I've ever worked. I'm exercising and I'm eating healthy and I'm seeing no results. And this was like 2 days into a 3-week program. And she hadn't seen any weight loss on the scale, right? And it was just taking too long for her. And I think when our expectations are here and we're not meeting them fast enough, we start to think, this is taking too long. But what often happens is that you either give up altogether, which isn't going to get you there faster, or it leads you to try a quick fix and go back to what we talked about in the first mindset shift. We need to be in this for the long game, okay? There's no finish line. We don't need to be in a hurry on our health journey. And I think, again, this can be the product of focusing on weight or even other measures like if you have abs or not. Like, doing a 5-minute ab video for 5 days, you're not gonna like see them popping right away, right? So the goal should really be to become a healthy person. And for me, weight loss or wellness is not a certain destination and once I get there, I'm done. No, it's about creating healthy, sustainable habits that are gonna last a lifetime. It's creating a lifestyle of health and then making adjustments as necessary. It's the process of who you are becoming and not just that destination goal in mind. So when people tell me like, this isn't happening fast enough, I'm just like, well, what? Like, what's not happening fast enough? We should really be focusing on the process of who you're becoming. The results may not be outwardly apparent yet, but you have to remind yourself, quitting will not speed things up. And I've been a yo-yo dieter a lot of my life. And there would be times when I'd go really hardcore and I feel like I wasn't seeing the results fast enough and then I would just quit. But then like 6 months or a year down the line, I would be in a worse spot and be like, dang, like, why didn't I just stick to it, right? Like, why why didn't I just stick with my original goal? I'd be in a much better spot than I am right now. So this is hard for people to do when you're in that mindset of like, this isn't happening fast enough. But what if you just made some adjustments to slow things down even further? For example, if you start an exercise program and you start by doing 90 minutes of exercise every single day for like, let's just say 6 days a week, that's a lot if you go from 0 to 90. How about you adjust that back and do 3 days a week and 30 minutes of exercise? And people don't like to do that because they have that mindset of like, this is already isn't happening fast enough. But if you do that, you're able to sustain it and you're able to stick with that. And then eventually you can build up to that 90 minutes if that's your goal. And you can make it more of a lifestyle. Guess what? A year from now, instead of quitting on yourself, you're going to have made progress and you're going to be in a much better spot than you were today. So you really need to remind yourself that there is no timeline on getting healthy. The progress is the goal, okay? And quitting is not going to speed up your results. Third mindset shift. So this is to approach things with curiosity versus judgment. What often happens, this has happened to me, I see it happen with my clients, is that when you gain weight or things aren't happening fast enough, or we start to see our pants are tight or fitting tighter, we immediately judge ourselves. And we're like so mean to ourselves. To share an example from my own journey, a few years ago, I was gaining weight at an alarming rate, like 10 pounds within 2 days. And I was still like eating clean and exercising every day, but things just kind of weren't working for me. So I was like, oh my gosh, like, why are you so lazy? Like, what is wrong with you? Like, you got to like buckle it up even more and like cut everything out, cut more calories, work out more. But I fairly quickly shifted into this mindset of curiosity and decided to ask myself some questions instead. I was like, well, am I really being lazy? Like, am I really not doing all the things? Is it really my behavior, or like, could there be something else going on? Like, maybe we should go check this out. So I went and saw a naturopath doctor. We ran a bunch of tests. We did like a full blood panel test. We did the hormone test. We did food sensitivity and allergy tests. And what we ended up finding was that I had several off the charts food sensitivities that were causing a lot of inflammation in my body. And I was also deficient in some vitamins. So I got on an elimination diet and added in some supplements. And all of my symptoms went away within a couple months. Because not just the weight gain, but I was also like fatigued and I had achy joints and I was getting food stuck in my throat. And so all of that went away and I lost all the weight that I had accumulated. And if I hadn't shifted into this approach of like curiosity and asking myself questions, I would have just continued to judge myself, which is not ever helpful, by the way. And I wouldn't have really seen those opportunities to get to the root of what was going on. So take the approach of curiosity instead of judgment every single time. Okay, mindset number 4 and final, and this one is kind of fun in my opinion. So this is to shift your thinking in your everyday to focusing on the positive benefits of what you're doing for your health. So for example, when you're eating something nutritious, think about the benefits there. When you're doing exercise, think about all of the benefits you're experiencing while you're doing that. And this has actually been proven to improve your results. So one of my all-time favorite studies is a study that follows a group of maids. They studied 84 female maids over 7 different hotels, and they were broken out into 2 groups. The first group was given information on how their work, just their everyday work that they did as a hotel maid, was considered exercise and how it was recognized that it achieves the Surgeon General's recommendation. And they were also shown examples of that. And then the second group was given no extra information. So these maids just went about their work for 4 weeks. And then at the end of the study, the group that had been given the information, they not only perceived that they were getting more exercise, but they also showed actual physiological improvements compared to the control group. So they showed a decrease in weight, in blood pressure, body fat, waist to hip ratio, body mass index. So I think this is a really powerful example that mindset matters. Next time you're lifting weights, remind yourself how working that muscle is getting you stronger. And at 84 years old, you're still going to be carrying your own groceries into your house. When you're on a run, talk to yourself about cardiovascular support and how you're getting that, and you're building up your heart and your lung function. And when you're eating a bell pepper, tell yourself you're getting loads of vitamin C and it's going to help improve your immune system, and that it's all supporting your health goals. Those are my mindset shifts that I have for you today. I hope that you'll take these with you. I'd love for you to go through all 4 and just think about how you're going to utilize that in your own health journey right now, and then comment below. And of course, if you haven't subscribed yet, please do that. I'm here every week sharing tips to help you in your busy lifestyle, and I will see you next time.